Okie dokie, here we go. Let's try this again. Alright, YouTube. I came on here today. I wanted to make a video about black women, some of their slave mentality type issues that I think might still exist from slavery. I mean, like niggas got them too, but you know, by the time I get done with this, you'll understand why I'm kind of going at black women more. We gotta fix them kind of first before we can try to fix the guys. I'm gonna explain that. I know women don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that, nigga. I don't want to hear that. But it's the truth, okay? I mean, we need a black woman. We can't do this without her because, you know what I'm saying, this junk done got so bad that if we don't fix her, we're not gonna fix the other guys. You might not understand that right now, but you will. By the time I'm done with everything, you will understand why. Okay. Now, the first thing I want to do is say, black women, we can't do this without you. Okay? Y'all got to come back to the that kind of supreme level that y'all call yourself as being at the queen and all that stuff. Y'all really got to be there. Because when I go around and I call myself a king, I'm really at that level. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm not some one of these guys in the street that just walk around and be like, well, I'm a boss. No, I don't go to fucking work. I got as much money to do what I want to as I want to. You know, I do what I feel like. I got one car already. I'm finna go get another one. When I say I'm a boss, that's the truth. It's the truth. I don't have problems out of people in town because they know I sue their ass in court. They know it's that kind of thing. So, what I'm saying though is we need that from black women to really be the queens that they saying they are. Now, I want to go about this right here too, man. It's a little thing of a tragedy I think is kind of going on with black women that people not really looking at. They're looking at all these other different things and they're saying this and that and they're pointing fingers at, you know, this, you. But let me tell you this. You see, one thing I done sat down and I peeked out, oh my eyes, is this right here. Back in the day, because some people seem to think that all this stuff started around the welfare food stamp thing or whatever, and you know. But we had a strong black family at one point. But what you got to realize is, at some point, in order for the black woman to get assisted by the government, they start telling her, well, you got to get rid of that nigga. And it's odd to me that, you know, everybody's been assisted by the government, farmers, everything like that. But see, you don't hear anybody else getting told they got to give up their family or they can't be together. If a black woman wants to live in subsidized housing or whatever, the projects or whatever, oh, there can't be no guy living there with you. Section 8, you can't have no guy living there with you. I mean, like, I don't really get that because if you're giving somebody a house, why the hell does it matter who's there with them? Since when does that make sense? So you trying to tell me that they give a woman a place to live, but they're going to dictate to you who can and can't come there? They gave you a house. No. Let me tell you what that's about. That's about separating the black family. That's what that's about. They went and told the black woman, look, we'll give you free food and free housing and as much money as you can, we're gonna hook you up, but you can't be with your man. You can't be with him. So see, that started the kind of infighting thing right there. The whole way around. Alright? Now the black women of these days, you know, especially the younger ones, they may not be understanding, you know, in some ways, a lot of ways, they paying for the mistakes that women before them made. Nobody came and said, hey, look, you know what, we made a mistake. And that was a mistake. That was a serious mistake. They may have felt like there was nothing that they could do at the time to get out of the situation because things was hard. See, what happened was they gave them an easy way out. You see, the black man was just getting into freedom at that point, jobs and such like that. What people may not have been living those lavish lifestyles, except for the people that was making music. But the government came and gave the black woman an easy way out the hood, which was another hood, but just a hood where she by herself. Cause she by herself, she can't protect herself. And the thing I want to tell y'all is, look, Cameron, you better get down there and draw on that paper and stop it. Watch this. If black women don't know it, some of these guys that's finna be watching this video, they finna know it. Black women being subjugated to the point it's pathetic. I.e. stuff like this. They got certain things they come out with specifically for black women, and it's stuff like things that take away your personality. Hair weave, that's targeted at black women. Fingernails, that's targeted at black women. You better sit your butt down. Fake fingernails, that's targeted at black women. Anything that takes your personality, that makes you not want to be who you really are. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because black women are powerful. Black men are powerful. We may not be respected like that in society, but at least if I'm walking down the street, I elicit the respect and the fear of the joker that's coming towards me. They will cross the street before they walk past me. It may be out of fear, but that's a little bit more better than what they're doing for black women. They got no respect for them. None. They try to say that they do, but really they don't. They don't even have that much fear of you. They might fear your mouth. They don't fear your hands. So because they know they can just take you to jail. But the whole thing of it is that's one of the things that y'all gotta start looking at. Now, I say that some of the black women of these days, these younger days, are paying for the mistakes that the sisters made before. Okay? They got an easy way out of the hood back in the day. They took that and ran with it. And for a long time, y'all young 20-year-olds and junk might not know about it. People was living in there with these women, Section 8 housing and stuff like that. They started cutting down on that. They don't want the black woman to have her man. They don't want us to be together. But the whole thing of it is the reason why I say they paying for those mistakes is this right here. They don't even know that they're paying for that mistake. They're not looking at it like that. They're looking at it like, well, it's us versus them. It's not me versus the black woman. It's not the black woman versus me. This right here is really about life and things that's going on in life around the black people that people are not looking at. And I keep not explaining why I'm saying that they're paying for these mistakes. They're paying for it in this way right here. Because they don't know what's causing the problem, they don't know how to fix it. They go on TV and they talk all this stuff about black men this, black man this, black man this, and that's when I'm getting to the point where we gotta start fixing black women first. Black men, when black women were told, hey, you can be independent, you don't need nobody, they don't tell no other race that. No other race believes that. No other race is taught that. They only teach that to the black woman. They don't teach that to the white woman. They don't teach that to the Hispanic woman. They don't teach it to the Asian woman. They don't teach it, you know what I'm saying. You see where I'm going. Camera going to play now. You got a pen. Now look. And I hate that y'all got to bear with me. It's a fatherhood thing, but I just got to get out. So, they're paying for that mistake by now. They done shunned their men to the point where now they just don't even worry about it no more. And to talk about the ones in the street, look, black women want us as black guys to go out here and try to mentor these young men and tell them that they need to do this and they need to put the whole problem with that is, see, you're not mentoring the women. The women ain't ready. They're not ready. They're not ready for a king. I can't make a king because there's no queen that's ready for him. The reason why that's not going to work is this right here. If you don't got to go to work, but you can still get paid, who wouldn't do that? And that's the kind of environment that's been created. You see, we got black men or women are thinking to the point where we don't need a man. We don't need a man. We just do whatever we're going to do. We're going to make it. We're going to go out here and get this money. We're going to grind. We're going to do this. Instead of putting that responsibility on a man, they done took it on their own selves. And they still take these men in and let them have sex with them and all this stuff. That's not going to work. It's not going to work because what you're doing is you're saying, well, you don't have to go to work. You don't got to make any money, but you still get you some booty. You still good. That shit's not going to work, ladies. It's just not going to work. This is the reason why I say we got to fix y'all and repair y'all first before we can even talk to these other jokers. Because we need a weapon. And the best weapon is y'all. It's like, hey, look. You want to have a decent woman in your life, then you have to be a decent man. I can't go out there and tell Ray Ray from the street, hey, look, man, you need to be a decent man, but Keisha over there selling her ass and doing whatever the hell she want to do. Why should I go tell Ray Ray to be a good man for Keisha when Keisha ain't going to be a good woman for Ray Ray? I mean, that's the point that I'm trying to make. Y'all gotta clean yourselves up first. It's just what it is. Y'all just that important. And don't think that women don't want this responsibility, but it's on y'all. We have to give it to y'all. Y'all got to do this because that's what's gonna make the race get better. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. I mean, seriously. You gotta fix black women in order to fix black men. That's how that's gonna have to work. Alright? And black women, they are the queens that they say they are. They may not be living at that point right now, but they are. They all have the potential for that. So see, just like we all got the potential to be a king, but I'm telling you, man, I'm telling women straight up right now, there ain't gonna be no change. There ain't gonna be no change until y'all come together and raise the damn bar. As long as Ray Ray from the street can do whatever the hell he want to do, and still, if you're a doctor or a lawyer, whatever, you still want to talk to him, you're not going to change anything. It's not going to get any better. I'm making you a promise on that one. It's not going to change. Another thing I want to talk to y'all about is y'all got to start shunning these weak-ass niggas. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm going to give you some names, and they're very prominent names, so you're going to know. Steve Harvey, weak-ass nigga. Tyler Perry, weak-ass nigga. Whoever writes those Zane books, or I don't know how to even say the name, weak-ass nigga, a stupid woman, whoever that is. Eric Jerome Dickey, weak ass nigga. Now why is he saying weak ass nigga about it? I like reading these books. I like watching these plays because this is why. These people ain't trying to help you. They're laughing at you. That's what's really going on. I read Steve Harvey's book. I watched some of Tyler Perry's movies. There ain't no solution to none of this in there. None of them are going to say the things that I'm going to say to try to fix this problem. Cameron, stop that. None of them are going to say it. You know why? Because they want to keep making money off your pain. That's what it is. You got to stay in pain in order for them to keep making money. See, if they fix the problem, the money goes away. I don't watch women reading them books, watching the movies, and all they do is get pumped up and mad. That's it. These guys are basically telling the same kind of lies that the government and the white man, typically say or tell us. Enough of the truth to get you to do what they want or to buy their product, but not enough of the truth so you can make an educated decision about it and be like, well, this shit might not work. They're not giving you that much information. As we go along in this right here, and I start making, because there's going to be a series, I can see it right now. As I keep going along with this, and this next part I'm going to do, I'm gonna just finish explaining that. Well, I don't got to. It kept going. I thought it would only be 14 or 15 minutes at a time. Okay, there it goes. Karen, please be quiet, please. Now, let me finish the explanation. These guys are using your pain to make money for themselves. They can't bring you out of that pain, baby. They can't do that. That's like if you work, it's like on your job. They're not going to give you enough money for you to not come to work. Why would they solve your problems that much? What Steve Harvey and what Eric Jerome Dickey and what Tyler Perry and people like them, as men, as black men in the community, have done is take the plight of the black woman and turn it into a way of making money, and they're not offering any solutions. None of those movies end with a solution to the problem, to the real problem, the deep underlying problems. None of those movies end with those kind of solutions. It ends with happily ever after sometimes, or most of the time, but it's just a fairy tale. That's something that they put on TV. But the whole thing is, they really want to help you. They be coming out and telling you this junk I'm finna tell you right now. That's just how that one works. But they're not going to do that because, for one thing, that's something you don't want to hear. And when people don't want to hear something, they're not going to pay for it. Now, do you want to hear that you're right, your side is right? Yeah, I want to hear that. Shoot, anybody will pay for that, but I'm just telling you, y'all gonna have to start shunning that kind of shit, or at least just keep it in a certain way. Like, okay, yeah, we like to watch that, and that's cool, Steve, but we don't need you to come sit on stage and give us relationship advice, because you're not telling us how to fix the problem. I made another video specifically talking about this dude's book. So I read the book, ladies. I mean, like, some of y'all might be getting upset, but I read it. You know, it's half of the truth. This stuff that I'm telling you right now, that I got wrote down right here, is the full truth. It's our side of it and your side. We need y'all to help us to fix the problem. The way to fix the problem first, though, is that y'all gonna have to come out of this mentality that y'all are in. I understand that black men in a bad mentality too. Okay? You got black men that's out there in a bad mentality. Did that nigga say that? Yes, I did. I said it. I said it, ladies. Okay? But now, let's look at it this way. If y'all, I'm telling you right now, being open and honest with you, if y'all want improvement, then you guys are going to have to make a reason for there to be improvement. As long as y'all keep sleeping with these jokers, that shit's not going to change. As long as y'all accept substandard, that shit's not going to change. It's not going to. I'm saying it out loud. It's not going to change. That stuff will not change. As long as black women accept substandard, it's not going to change. It won't change. You know, one thing I want to talk about too in this video is the black woman need to understand she got a very important job in our community. Women of other races are made to understood that they have a very important job in that civilization. I don't think our women understand how important they are. You see, the black woman been trained so hard to not do her job as a woman. That's why don't nobody want her in the house. You see, it's not the real reason that black women going on TV all these years talking all this shit. Quit that mess. I'm finna get off of here because I'm gonna have to do a second part, because I see my son's not gonna be quiet. So I'm gonna come back on that part, and I'm gonna start talking about the importance of women and black women in our society. Peace.